going on, traders? Thanks for checking out Options Premium Daily. I'm your host, John, and my Tesla trade is working out. Tesla's breaking out. Let's look into the charts and see if they have room to run. Some big news is that Tesla did get accepted into the S&P 500. This is huge. It seems like there's a possibility that the tracking funds could soak up between about 15 and 30% of their float, which is pretty big. That's a big move, and the execution date is December 21st. So we'll see how this price action plays out. Overall, net bullish, but I think there's some other things to consider. The EV market has been on fire lately, so a lot of Chinese EV stocks, Tesla included, and we are kind of seeing some things that look good, but maybe we should consider the market overall. So without further ado, let's take a peek into the charts and see what we are working with here. Okay, so now we're in the platform, and you can see Tesla here. This trade did seem to work out pretty good. What we took on was a call debit spread. So we ended up buying the 450 call, and then we sold the 500. So we're looking pretty good, sitting on a wafty profit. What my hope is that we will be seeing Tesla above 500 for the remainder of the month. That would be incredibly bullish. Great news in terms of what we would see for the end of the year. And then the next catalyst we have coming would be January, which would be their Q4 earnings announcement. So nonetheless, I do like the current price action. You'll see we broke out pretty strongly from the day of the the S&P inclusion. So let's break into the quicker charts. 15-minute chart time frame, excuse me. And right here where my mouse is on at the end of day Monday, it was announced at close, and you can see we soared to the moon at 460. And then what Tesla ended up doing the next day, their follow through was interesting. It came down. Overall net for the day, it was like a positive, 8% or something. But what was interesting to me is we respected the trend line. And at that point, that's when I knew it was time to buy in. And so we took a position, and it has worked out over the past 2 days, which is great. But as I'm seeing this, a few of the things I really like is that there are no big red high volume bars other than the day that we decided to test the trend line. So that's really strong. Going back to the daily, we have now reached brand new all-time highs today. So we surpassed the highs we hit in August, and that's an interesting sign. We'll see how we respond based on that. Usually when you hit that, you see the bars go much lower, and where we close today will be important, and then tomorrow we'll close out the week. So maybe we'll revisit and see how Tesla's looking there. Okay, on the weekly, this chart looks impressive. Great solid upward trend line. You can see we've respected it each time, and now we've broke out. So that's a great sign, very encouraging. If you're just a trend follower, it's something to stay on top of for sure. In terms of the overall market, let's see how we're looking at SPY. So with the S&P 500, there is some risk for sure. There's a lot of overall market risk. No stimulus has been confirmed, nor has it even seemed like there's any interest in a nationwide stimulus. So that's a big risk, especially being at this far off support. And the next support levels are just significant drops down. So that is something to consider. Definitely keep your risk in check if you're entering the market at these levels. Now, Q's, similar idea, NASDAQ. However, I think NASDAQ is poised if we have more, say, COVID issues or something along those lines. But these lower highs aren't always the best sign. However, the trading is tightening up, so we even have higher lows too. So once they converge into one, that's when you see either a breakout to the upside or a breakdown to the downside. Let's just look also really quickly at some other things like NIO. This is the Chinese EV maker. Yeah, they look pretty good. good price action. And one thing I noticed that was interesting is it looks very similar to other Chinese EV makers. So Li Auto, that's a really good one. And then let's see, XPEV, I believe. Yep. Ooh, that's a big one. So 12-13% to the upside today. It seems like there's actually possibility that some of these lagging ones could follow. So something to watch with Li. But basically the trade plan is set. It's looking good. I've got a couple of downside plays in place, EWZ and SPY, just in case. Naturally they are losing money, but I got 2 bullish plays, 2 bearish plays, and my hope is that maybe tomorrow or next week we can close out this Tesla trade, take the profits, and reinvest them in our next move. So with that being said, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.